Hey folks, Deano here again, this time with the much anticipated Black Hole Toys Time Jumper, otherwise known as Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Limit Breaker Goku. Yeah, this guy, I mean honestly, where to begin? Like, when this originally got announced, I thought for sure this was just the demoniacal fit version. That like demoniacal fit had passed over to Black Hole Toys to create. Now, I don't think that's the case, but I still think at this point I'm almost convinced that Black Hole Toys and demoniacal fit are one and the same, or at least heavily connected in some way. I know people were saying back when Black Hole Toys first appeared on the scene that they were an offshoot of demoniacal fit. Like, some of the designers and stuff branched off from demoniacal fit to do their own thing. Now I'm not so sure they did, but we'll get into that once we get to the box, because there's a smoking gun on it. But yeah, it's just strange that demoniacal fit seems to announce things these days, but then they don't get released, and Black Hole Toys suddenly ends up with very, very similar looking figures. But yeah, just to get this right out of the way, I have looked at the renders of the original demoniacal fit Xeno Goku. Not only is it obviously the wrong colours, I mean this is the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 version, but it's also the wrong height. The skirt is a different sculpt, the legs are a different sculpt. The only things you really can't decide on is the hair and the faces, and even the faces I think Black Hole Toys might have pinched from another company, which we'll get into as well. But yeah, now that my rambling's out of the way, let's take him off the turntable and take a look at this box. So yeah, where to begin? These boxes, like, if you think this box is big, you should see the GT Super Saiyan 4. Like, I'm reviewing that next, and that will probably come out tomorrow, just to give people a chance to see this one first. And then the day after will be comparisons, head swaps, all that good stuff. But yeah, these boxes, I don't know if anyone's noticed yet, but take a look down the bottom corner. Yeah, that clearly says demoniacal fit on the bottom. I think their 2.0 Ultra Instinct Goku also had demoniacal fit on the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire basis of me thinking that these two companies are one and the same now. Black Hole Toys just tends to focus on the new molds, whereas demoniacal fit are focusing on the clones, really. Yeah, that's not to say I am happy with these figures. Like, I still hope demoniacal fit come out with their version of the Xeno Goku without the full power colour scheme, and as we will see in the figure, the corrected height, because demoniacal fit's version specifically stated it was going to be taller. These ones are not. These are the same size as the official. That is the official Super Saiyan 4 mould. I know they haven't made an official Xeno Super Saiyan 4. I wish they would, but that'll probably never happen now, because Xenoverse, not Xenoverse, Heroes has essentially been cancelled. So yeah, Black Hole Toys logo, artwork there, which looks really nice. I'm not sure where they got that artwork for. The official, well, not the official, the GT version, Brute Evolution as Black Hole Toys is calling them, that artwork is stolen straight from Dokkan Battle. So yeah, but we'll review that when we review it. Obviously he's called Time Jumper, and on the back, really nothing to speak of. Just some slight artwork and Black Hole Toys on there. So yeah, not sure what that is saying. If by any chance anyone out there can decipher what I would assume is Japanese, but it might be Chinese. Sort of kanji is, yeah, it's a bit strange, it's a bit stylized. So yeah, I could not tell you. But anyway, now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at his accessories, of which he does have quite a lot as well. So yeah, in terms of accessories, first off, he comes with folded arms, which is really good. I do like that. I also like that the pegs seem to have been adjusted, because obviously the original Super Saiyan 4 mould, the arms aren't really meant to come off. So yeah, you risk breaking the peg in doing so if you don't submerge it in hot water or stuff first. He also comes with the 3.0 Kamehameha effect, which is a nice, it's not one for one with the official, even the one that comes with the GT Brute Evolution isn't exactly the same. This one is red that goes out into a sort of clear on the plastic, which is really nice. I do like that. There's also a sort of pearlescent effect on the paintwork. One thing I have is the ball in the middle is kind of misshaped, almost misshaped the exact same way as the bootlegs are, which is a bit of a strange coincidence. But yeah, it's still nice. It will still look good in the hand. You won't really notice the mal-shaped. Is that even a word? So yeah, he comes with an extra windswept sort of hairpiece, which is really nice. I do really like that. The one thing I am not really too keen on with how they've designed this figure overall is just how much red is in the hair. Like, I get it. I know where they took inspiration for like the colour scheme of this figure from. I just, yeah, Kong already did the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. I wish Black Hole Toys / Demoniacal Fit / whoever this company is these days would have just went with the normal Super Saiyan 4. Like, yeah. Honestly, it does look good though. I love what they've done with the windswept hair. He comes with a few different heads. So in the box, he actually comes with the original smirking face that Tamashi originally designed. Let's bring down the contrast a little bit. That's all of that shining metallic sort of pinky purple is really affecting the camera. But yeah, you've got the standard smirk face. Nothing new there. However, you do also get these faces. You get 4 of these interchangeable faces, which, yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this was pinched straight from, what was it, TKDIY? Is that still the name of that customizer? So I'm not entirely sure if he worked with Black Hole Toys on this, or if they just straight up pinched the design. But yeah, it looks really nice. That smirk face is almost like, it's better straight up than the official smirk face. So really nice. Also comes with the standard sort of frown face, which is again really nice. And again, it's more stylized. So whoever redesigned these faces, props to you. They look really good. I think my mouth might be a bit misaligned on this guy, which is a bit unfortunate, but what are you going to do? We have teeth gritted looking off to the side, which looks really nice as well. I love how much the eyes pop on these new head sculpts. And finally, you got the yelling face, which again looks really nice. It's a bit elongated for my liking though. Like, I get what they were going with, but his chin is just huge on this. But yeah, really quite nice. He comes with all the different hands that the normal Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes with. So you've got a pair of Kamehameha style hands with the peg, pair of Ki Blast hands. Again, all of them have got the fur on the back. I am not entirely sure if this came with the original, but you get a pair of instant transmission or fusion dance hands, if you want to call it that. Pair of martial arts posy hands. And a pair of Kamehameha hands without the peg. So yeah. But we're not done yet. You also get I think these are water slide decals, with loads of different eye shapes and mouth shapes and what have you. Those look really good. Like, those look amazing. If only I was good with water slides, I'd be able to put them on these. You get 3 completely blank sort of faces, 1 yelling, 1 teeth gritted, and 1 frowning face. In fact, I think these 3 faces are actually the original mould. Yeah, you can really see it if you compare this yelling face to this one. Completely different. Yeah, these are the original sculpts. So yeah, I would assume then that this left hand side, these eyes and the face and the smirk, I would assume those are for the original sort of sculpt, if you want to go that way. But they also give you replacements for the, I'm just going to call them the TK DIY faces. They just give you extras for those if you want to try and do that. One thing I will say is the gritted teeth face and the yelling face, you're obviously going to have to paint the mouth. You've obviously got the water slide decals for the eyes and the eyebrows, but you will have to paint the teeth and the tongue yourself. So yeah, but yeah, we are finally done with accessories. Let's take a look at the figure. So yeah, in terms of the figure, it has its pros and its cons. The first con I'm going to immediately call to is this colour of fur. Like I said before, I get what they were going with. It's based off an actual figurine. The paint scheme is identical looking to the statue that they were going off at the time. But yeah, I don't think it looks nice. The statue I don't think looked nice either. So I'm not entirely sure why they went with that. I don't even know why they went for the Limit Breaker colour scheme at all anyway. Honestly, Kong kind of did it better. Kong's was a lot more subdued, but you knew what they were going for when they made it. This one is just, the colours are way too off for my liking. to be completely honest with you. I do like it when it's in the light. Like, the lights shining off this make it look really nice, as if he's glowing, which I suppose is entirely what Limit Breaker looks like. But at the same time, yeah, I would have just preferred a standard Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku. I mean, the entire reason I bought the Kong Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku was because Demoniacal Fit had announced their standard Super Saiyan 4. So yeah, that's partly why I'm still hoping Demoniacal Fit pull through with theirs. But yeah. Honestly though, the sculpt is really nice. Well, I mean, of course it is. The top half is just straight up Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The bottom half is a little bit different. The tears are new. It's, I believe, a remold of the standard version. So yeah, it looks decent enough to me. The bottom is really nicely done, with a sort of wrappings around his lower leg and ankles. There's a sort of dark wash in between it, which gives it a lot of detail, a lot of 3D detail. In terms of this section, has a sort of ripped outfit. It looks nice, like the shading is incredibly good. That's one thing Black Hole Toys has always been good at, is their attention to detail, the shading. But this part, this is almost entirely really hard plastic, which when we get to the articulation section, really hinders it, like, massively, which is a bit of a shame. Like, Kong had that issue when they first came onto the scene, but with their Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they completely solved that. Like, I don't know why Black Hole Toys went with such a hard plastic for this red section. So yeah. But yeah, you've got some nice shading on, well, the monkey abs, I suppose you would call them. Because they don't have nipples, they're not standard abs. So yeah. But yeah, overall, I do like it. I wish it was a standard Super Saiyan 4. Honestly, I do. In terms of articulation, the head is... Actually, it's really good range. I can't remember if the standard Super Saiyan 4, the official release, got that well. So, it's good either way. Can look down really well also. You get side to side. The neck is also on a pivot. You get lots of side to side tilt there. These bits, his bits of hair that hang over his shoulders, they move also, and really nice. I have just noticed an issue. I don't know if this is just on my copy. I'll have to double check other reviews. I think the only other reviewer that's out just now is Sparkist, which he's been a subscriber for ages on this channel. So go subscribe to him if you haven't already. Shout out to him, up and coming channel. But yeah, my butterfly joint is missing the skin tone, like completely. It's just metallic paint in there, that's a bit disappointing. Yeah, in terms of the articulation, arm can go up that far. Does swivel. It's quite tight though, which is good because the original Super Saiyan 4 Goku was a floppy mess, in my opinion. Butterfly joint gets really good range. That is really good. That is really squeaky. So yeah, butterfly joint can go back and forth. Bicep swivel. Double joint at the elbow. Gets really good range. Ball hinge at the wrist. ab section. Oh, that is really tight at the waist. That's going to be an issue, I can tell. That's going to pop off quite a lot. Abs can go back about that far. Forward that much. Not much swivel at all. Yeah, this red section is really hindering articulation. Like, that is such a shame. The hips would be able to do the 3.0 full-on splits, but that's about as far as you get before this hard plastic gets in the way. Can kick out about that far, again until the red plastic gets in the way. Double joint at the knee. You do have thigh rotation as well. Sorry, forgot to mention that. Feet can go down that far, up that far, ankle pivot, and toe articulation. And yeah, as far as I'm aware, the feet are a new sculpt. Let's just quickly bring in the original to double check. No, they are not. They are straight from the official Super Saiyan 4. So yeah. I mean, honestly, in terms of the articulation, I'm quite disappointed. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku mold had really good articulation. And pretty much the only new part of this figure, the red almost skirt piece, is completely, like, it's too hard. It completely hinders leg articulation. So yeah, bear that in mind. Oh, and the tail is on a ball hinge as well. So yeah, just something to keep in mind, I am afraid. So yeah, overall, I do still like it. Is it worth the... Well, I think at this point it's 40 quid. When I pre-ordered this, it was closer to 50, which is quite frustrating, in honesty. I overpaid for mine. Do not make the same mistake I made, but I'm a reviewer. I pretty much have to make sure that I've got these figures on lockdown before, like, they go out of stock and I can't review them. So yeah, here he is next to the, at the time, Kong Studios version, which, as I said before, the Kong Studio one is much more subdued in its colours, but when you look at it, the skin tone, well, the fur, this skirt piece, and the hair all have a sort of pearlescent finish to them, which looks really nice on display. But yeah, these two are meant to be the same form, which is a bit bizarre. But yeah, with Kong's, this is really soft, rubbery plastic. I might honestly swap the two, because the Kong Studio one, I plan on just standing there, but the Black Hole Toys one, I kind of plan on having him in some sort of pose. So yeah, basically I'll swap all of that once we get to, like, part 3, where we do head swaps and stuff, see what fits on what body and all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you prefer Beast Deities or Kong's take, or do you prefer Black Hole Toys, or are you planning on waiting an eternity for Demoniacal Fit to finally release theirs? Let me know down in the comments. As always, link in the description if you want to purchase this guy. I will try and find a link to the Beast Deities version, but at this point it's been out for years. I wouldn't hold my breath for that one. So if it's not there, I apologise. I wasn't able to find one at a decent price for you guys. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you next time.